MovieWeb.com.
Did you go to India before this to try to kind of feel it out and get a feel for yourself?
Well, I didn't go necessarily to feel it out in connection to this film. I went to experience India because I had an opportunity to go, and I had friends who were going there, and I didn't know I'd be back within a year. So I did go to experience it, and I always wanted to take a trip to India. But then I spent months there with this movie, which was a very different trip. I think it was much more open the second time, and much more, I guess, touched by the beauty. I think there were a lot of tragic aspects of it, and a tremendous amount of poverty, and I think the first time I might have been a little too overwhelmed, and when I returned I saw more of the beauty and more of the kind of, I don't know, it's a really amazing place and a very spiritual place, and so.
Were you able to bring sort of that kind of feeling into your character?
I think so. I mean, I think part of it was the fact that we were all on this journey together, and it was kind of surreal, and it was a very, very unusual way to make a movie. We were on a moving train every day, and we all lived in a house together, and such an exotic place. It was, I think, the adventure of it all made the movie special, and the fact that we were making a movie made the adventure more special.
We always hear about people who spend a lot of time on boats coming off with sea legs. I'm wondering, did you experience the same thing with this train?
Probably, yeah.
Just kind of always a feeling of constant motion.
Yeah, I felt like I was moving when I'd come home.
Was that difficult, or did you enjoy that experience of shooting on the train?
It was difficult. Very close quarters. There was nowhere to. You're not going to get off the train. And we worked pretty much throughout the day. I mean, very, very well designed shooting cars, because they kind of pre-lit, because it's a very small space. They pre-lit. They had built-in tracks for the cameras, and so we could shoot all the time. And because Wes shoots essentially moving masters and not a lot of cutaways, we were all on all the time. And so we worked. It was intense work days, but they were really fun, and we were very involved, and it gave a real sense of community, and it was a collaboration.
Well, the sunglasses and the belt really become their own character, and I'm wondering if there's a backstory to those items, or if they were just prop items that they found for the film.
No, I mean, I guess all of those possessions were symbolic of my character's desire to, stay close to his father, and he wanted to keep them and feel as if he still had his father with him. And it would probably be a good question for Wes, but they were scripted. I mean, they were part of the characters.
But you don't know if they came from some certain place, from if they were. I guess that's a question for Wes.
Yeah, I think Wes would know more. I think there was some belt story that he could tell you, but I don't know the details of it.
Well, you're known for creating these really complex, dramatic characters. I'm wondering, when you come on to something like this, it's sort of perceived as a comedy. Do you have to look deeper into the script to find a human drama, or would you actually take a script that was just flat out like a Farley Brothers type comedy?
It depends. I mean, I don't look to make it more dramatic or more what I look for is material that inspires me, and I love good comedies, and I don't mind it to be broad, but I don't want it to be overly superficial, and to a certain extent, I think this film captures a lot of what I had been looking for, because it did allow some pretty broad humor, but at the same time it has a truth to it. It has some emotional depth. Not something that I had to try and bring to it, but something that I had to be connected to and to find as an actor. And so it was challenging, and but lighter, and that's what I was kind of looking for.
Well, you're kind of a newcomer to the Wes Anderson crew. I'm wondering, how did you deal with that? I mean, was it pretty easy? Schwartzman seems like he's a pretty nice guy to get along with.
They're all really nice guys, yeah. and it was piece of cake. I mean, I do feel honored that Wes kind of invited me to be part of that team, and I loved the experience of making the movie, but I think they were great guys, and so it was not an issue.
Well, did you actually have to deal with the real snakes at all, or was that something that you didn't even
We
deal
did,
with?
we did, but it was unfortunately, I believe, defanged, or well, yeah, it was a cobra, but
They
poor
defanged
snake,
it?
yeah,
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah,
Well.
it is too bad.